Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. You know, with AJ returning to the ring this Saturday, tomorrow, with all the interviews that are going on, we tend to learn a lot about, things that have happened with how Eddie Hearn has managed AJ and AJ's career. And the more people talk, the more, we find out, new information surrounding our favorite athletes, our favorite boxers. But I just found out that Anthony Joshua, he could have avoided getting knocked out in New York by Andy Ruiz, because there was an opportunity for him to fight a few people, but one fighter in particular, Trevor Bryant, right? Now we know Eddie Hearn, I think he learned his lesson of just trying to put AJ in the toughest fights possible, even though he still puts him in pretty damn tough fights. But that whole thing with Andy Ruiz could have been avoided, because Don King, he and Eddie Hearn had a conversation, right? And this is why I'm so worried about Adrian Broner. Don King, according to Eddie Hearn, Don King begged him to take Trevor Bryant and have Trevor Bryant fight Anthony Joshua instead of Andy Ruiz in Madison Square Garden. And he said, Don King said, it'll be an easy KO for Anthony Joshua. Just go ahead and take Trevor Bryant and get an easy knockout. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me, man. And Eddie Hearn said, he didn't take the fight because he felt he'd get laughed out of Madison Square Garden. If Anthony Joshua went and fought an easy fight, he got an easy KO. But what I can tell you is, if he would have taken that fight, he probably would have knocked out Bryant, because Bryant knew what his marching orders were basically to go in there and lose. Now, this is why I tell you, sometimes Eddie Hearn talks too much, because I always talk about boxing, how corrupt it can be. We talk about the secret society. We have serious conversations. We joke as well. But this just goes to tell you that you just don't know what goes on behind the scenes. I always say, if the fly on the wall could talk. Now, if AJ would have fought Trevor Bryant, we would have all sat there and expected him to knock him out. Then he gets in the ring and does the business within 2 rounds. We all would have figured out that's what he was supposed to do, but none of us would have even thought that Don King and Eddie Hearn had a conversation where Don King was basically just feeding Trevor Bryant to AJ to get an easy win, or an easy KO. And that is just, I'm not surprised. I get shocked and surprised doesn't have to mean the same thing. I'm a little shocked that Eddie Hearn disclosed that, but I'm not surprised that the person who was trying to feed a fighter to Eddie Hearn and AJ to get an easy KO was Don King. So that being said, I worry about Adrian Broner being over there, because it just makes me say, maybe Don King would feed Adrian Broner to somebody. You know what I mean? But that being said, man, I'm about to go run. Then I'll go live after I run. But damn, Don King begged Eddie Hearn to not have to take the Trevor Bryant fight over Andy Ruiz. And had Eddie done that, AJ would have got the KO, would have never lost the belts. But who knows where AJ would have ended up. But that being said, y'all keep cool. Don King, man, needs to get out the damn sport of boxing, man. Go enjoy whatever, man, however long he has left to live. And quit meddling with boxing. Absolute madness. Keep cool, I'm in the breeze.